We are Steve and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
and I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2128, and today Jill and I are talking about why the number of blind offers you send directly ties to your success. I have a bunch of examples and analogies of different types of businesses that will probably make you chuckle to yourself. Here's a little taste. If I own a convenience store and it's doing great, it's open 7 days a week, I'm going to close it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I'm going to expect the exact same amount of money that I make just to cut staff. You would never do that, but you would skip 2 months sending mail out.
Oh,
Don't know why.
good point. I look at it like this. If they don't know you want to buy, this is not going to work.
This is your business model,
Yeah.
reaching sellers.
You need to let them know, here I am, my checkbook's open, I want to buy this, and here's the price.
All week this week, Jill and I are talking about staying ahead of the land market in 2025. Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum and take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular requests.
Okay. Chris wrote, we got our first deal back, and I'm curious what the rest of the community thinks about this. Would you do this deal? I love it. So it is in Blank County, Tennessee. I've got the APN, I've got the address. It's 1.84 acres. The father is alive. Father is also alive, yes and no. These are the 8As. They're going through the 8As on the property. So one of them is alive. What's the situation with this seller here? So the father's on the deed, but he passed 13 years ago, and he left the property as an inheritance to the son, who's also on the deed and alive. Okay.
Excellent.
Attributes. It's got creek access. There's fish in there, good bass and catfish and panfish. This is really cool. Affordable. So the current offer is $13,597. Now, home comps in the area are averaging around $300,000. Remember, it's 1.84 acres, so just under 2 acres. They think $30,000 an acre seems to be kind of the comp in the area for them, and they want to buy this again for $13,000. So like buy for 13, sell for like 60. Holy moly, because we're almost 2 acres. Access, yep. We have access, and there's even they could spot a buildable side of the property. Afraid a little. It's an early deal, and it's uniquely shaped property along the creek road, and the topography is kind of strange. Let's see here.
Let's just drill directly. This is their first deal. They posted it, and they want everybody's opinion.
Yep.
I put this in here because it's a great example of what you can expect if you're brand new, so that you can get some help. You're just not on your own, is my point.
Mm-hmm. This is good. They went all the way through, did all the 8As, and they even went through and reached out to some local agents to get some agents' opinions on this deal. So I'm guessing that.
And the agents say that it's probably they can get $45,000 or $50,000 for it pretty quickly on a $13,000 acquisition.
Yeah, this is good. So my thing, I'm suspecting, because I didn't see this in Discord yet, that the responses are, yeah, let me know if you need money.
They are.
Okay, good.
There are a lot of people that have
that's what I would
had
be
some
writing.
very valid concerns, in my opinion, but none that would stop me personally from doing this deal, as long as it. And so the update was this. So a lot of people piped in, just like Jill said, and here's what they said. The only buildable section or area of the property seemed to be on the south end of the property. And the agent that drove by said it looked a little bit rocky, and getting a septic installed might be a concern. The only other thought we had is to buy it cheap enough, but possibly amend our offer lower, so we could sell it to a neighbor on the market who still might want to, just own it, which happens all the time. That said, at the point, I don't think it's worth our time for that low. 2 real estate agents have said that they think they could sell it for an appraised value at $20,000, even with the wetlands and the slope challenges. I looked at the deal, and I think this passed my test.
Good. Because
it's a very, very interesting piece of property in a great area. And so I think if you're buying it so inexpensively for $13,000, here's my sales pitch to Jill would be, let's buy it, let's list it, and forget about it. and we'll resell it for $45,000-$55,000, and somebody will just bring in an offer.
And then what I would do too is, allow time when an offer comes in and we accept it, allow them time to do and pay for their own septic if they're going to build something there.
Check to see if you can get an alternative system in there, because if the municipality will let it, there's some amazing.
So many things.
The world is still tied to
Oh my gosh.
perk tests, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you listen to this show with any type of consistency, you know how Jill and I feel about perk tests from 2019, really from like 1920.
I talked to a guy recently who was like, he's not really living off the grid, but this property that we reached out to, it was a ranch property. He has water trucked in, and his tank, I can't remember what it was, but it's so large that he's like, we go a month. My wife and I, maybe even a kid in there, I can't remember.
Cheap.
I was like, we just have it delivered with propane and water brought in. I have no trouble. I could take showers like I want to, and laundry and cooking and everything that we do. We could easily, we do a month, no problem,
Freaks people out.
So if you really try at it, then you can go like 90 days.
Sure.
So people do freak out about it. It's not a big deal.
Today's topic: why the number of blind offers you send directly ties to your success. Well, I alluded to it earlier, but I could have a number of examples, and Jill's probably got a bunch too. But my immediate response to this is, it's sort of a question. Is the response that I got? Jill and I, we have a section of our company called Land Academy Pro. There are people that spend a bunch of money, $10,000 plus a month, and included that is a mandatory number of mail that they have, use it or lose it, they have to spend with Offers to Owners, which is the mailing company Jill and I own. And I asked them recently, this is after they've been a part of this for more than a year and a half, because we just started it. Why are you guys so successful? Why do you always have 7 or 10 escrows open on the acquisition side? And they all said in unison, it's because we're forced to send the mail every single month. So if you own any type of company and you're having success and you limit the number of customers that can walk through your door or place an order, if you're doing any type of web sales, let's say you're doing online commerce or e-commerce for Amazon or eBay or anything, if your stuff's not posted up there, you're not going to sell it.
They won't know.
Or you buy a piece of property and you don't post it, you're not going to sell it.
True.
You send out a mailer half the time, you're going to buy half the property or less.
Exactly.
There's no mystery in this. This falls under one of the philosophical things that I live my life by. We all know what to do to be incredibly successful and healthy and be in good relationships. A vast majority of us do not do them. We are all supposed to get up this morning and work out.
True.
A very small percentage of us did it.
I did not.
I did.
Okay.
Because I don't have any feeling about it. I don't give myself a choice. So you can send the mail out or not. I know it works. I know sending out the mail works.
Yeah.
It makes us crazy successful. I do, that said, play a few little games about sending more mail out. Sometimes less mail out. Sometimes, and I don't know how successful these mailers are going to be or what the response is going to be. I can tell you with personal experience, Jill's getting hammered right now.
Oh, it's comical.
8,000, and I'm not happy about it. I don't walk around the house patting myself on the back, but the girl that I love is in pain.
Be like, hey, let's talk about dinner. Oh, gotta take a call.
Which has been happening for it's been 3 weeks probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. How long has it been?
A week. It feels like 3.
Feels like 3 weeks.
Yeah. A little over a week.
We're doing some great deals. And so it's going to be very financially successful, but there's a point where, geez. So
careful what you wish for.
Go ahead, Jill.
Well, here's what I was going to say too, though. This is a good point that you brought up, because the best possible situation you could be is the one I'm in right now. My phone is blowing up. I'm probably missing some great deals. I'm doing my best to keep up. I'm buying and taking in everything that I can possibly manage. And that's the best. And you don't make mistakes. That's really what you want. You want a fire hose. I know it's hard. So you need to send out whatever you think you can handle, probably double that when your first mailer, and have a consistent weekly or biweekly amount that goes out. And then dial it up, dial it back if you're not, to gauge that you're getting the responses that you want.
When we teach career path, I always ask everybody, why are you successful? How you made $1 million last year? What's the secret? Oh, I send a lot of mail out. Where do you send it? I don't know. I just make sure I send mail out constantly, recklessly.
And
the other people in career path are, wow, really? That's all it takes?
Yep.
Yeah. And to which I say, wait a minute, you guys don't, over here, you don't send out mail consistently? Well, and then it starts.
Yeah. What happens often, people do this and you can't do that. They send out they're new and they're getting started and they don't have a system, or their system is like all the way, like, I just want to get this one deal done and then I'll do it again. Well, you're never going to get anywhere. It has to be an ongoing rotation, property coming in, property getting sold, all different things going through at the same time. That's how you're successful.
This is an expense for your business.
True.
The real reason people don't send out a ton of mail is because they can't stand watching $5,000 go out of their bank account. And you know what? I understand that. But maybe there's a different business for you.
I have a question. Why do people call it marketing? Like, people look at sending mail as a marketing expense. I look at it as acquiring inventory. For me, it's an inventory expense. It's like I have to have candy bars on the shelf in my liquor store to sell them. I don't have a coupon for a candy bar on the shelf to sell, just to say, hey, oh, you want to buy that? Great, I'll mail it to you. No, the candy bar's right there.
You're purchasing inventory.
Yep. I don't see it as a marketing. So I'm like, if I was making sure I'm not using the term wrong.
I mean, no, there's no right or wrong way. An accountant would disagree with you, but it doesn't matter.
What does accountant call it? Marketing?
It's marketing.
Oh, well, then there we go. Now I know where it came from, because you
could book it however you want.
Yeah.
It's, it doesn't matter. I don't want to get into accounting or any of that stuff. You're not wrong.
Okay.
There's a lot of people attracted to this business who I don't think have ever owned, by leaps and bounds, our most successful people that join Land Academy have already or currently own businesses. And they understand there's a bunch of money up front. There's some money that you have to spend to keep it going. Like Jill said, call it inventory. And the benefits, you will reap amazing benefits 1 or 2 years down the road. There's a certain type of personality. We always have 1 or 2 of them in Land Academy at any given time that will send out a mailer and do 4 deals and do amazingly well. It's like the guy in high school that everybody wanted to kiss. There's just always a couple people like that.
Was that you?
I'm not going to answer that. And kiss, no.
Okay.
Probably something else, though.
I don't want to know. I'll ask after.
I didn't suffer from lack of attention in high school.
Okay, got it.
Positive and negative.
Okay.
Please send the mail out. Mm-hmm. And don't get mad that if nothing's happening in this business. Well, did you send out the mail? No.
Did you answer the phone? Oh, all that makes sense. Oh, it's kind of silly. Join us next week for 5 more interesting Land Academy episodes, Monday through Friday. We'll see you then.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
We are Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.